updates are the most exciting thing about Brawl Stars, and with new updates, we get a ton of cool things, like new brawlers, new collabs, and new cosmetics. The list goes on. But when there's good updates, we also get the bad ones, and they're pretty terrible sometimes.
Damn.
Starting off with Brawl Stars making the switch from portrait to landscape mode. Now, a lot of players had mixed opinions about this update. Some players preferred portrait mode because it allowed you to enjoy a one-handed play gaming experience, which was pretty understandable because playing with two hands at first sort of felt like an inconvenience for a lot of people, especially if you're someone like me that just get hungry randomly. Like, I just want to eat my pizza rolls and play the game at the same time. I know, my back is big, but I don't care. I'm addicted to pizza rolls.
Is this nigga serious?
The original idea for portrait mode was to create a quick and easy on-the-go type of mobile game, specifically catering to players who just want to play casually. But unfortunately, that idea was short-lived. You see, during the early 2010s, esports for mobile games was starting to really take off. Brawl Stars seen this as a perfect opportunity to transition into a more competitive mobile game, in hopes they can be the next big mobile game in the esports industry. And it worked out pretty well. The switch from portrait to horizontal mode granted everyone the ability to have better movement and aim, thanks to them adding 2 joysticks instead of 1. We also got a wider view on maps for a better fighting experience. Because in portrait mode, it was sorta hard to see what was going on, but surprisingly, a ton of fans still enjoyed it this way. Now, although we lost out on playing Brawl Stars with one hand, but I think it's safe to say this update is not as bad as you think, because in the 2020 Brawler Days event, we got surprised with the new brawler, and the game became unplayable, all because of the release of Edgar, or better known as the Edgar Apocalypse, and it was tragic. The whole lobby looked like a Walking Dead scene. It was crazy. See, here's the problem. Edgar was a free brawler, and with anything that's free in Brawl Stars, it's always chaos right behind it. The main issue everyone had with Edgar was how broken he was. His damage output and attack speed was unmatched. Like, if that dude sneak up to you in the bushes, you're dead. Oh my god. And not only that, we had to deal with his super, and I cannot be the only one that got jump scared by that. You can literally just be minding your own business, you know, trying to open up a box to collect some power cubes, and out of nowhere, hey, Edgar would just jump out the bushes and send you right back to the lobby. Like, bro, I just wanted to have a good game. What did I do? Now let's fast forward a little bit. It is now 2021, and we're introduced to Season 7, the Jurassic Splash update. This was honestly a really cool update because we got a ton of new content. We got new brawlers like Buzz and Griff, a ton of new gadgets, and new cosmetics. Starting off with Surfer Carl being added to the Brawl Pass as a Tier 1 skin, and Born Bad Buzz being a Tier 70 skin, which both of those skins was fire. We also got these skins too, which was pretty cool as well. And finally, we got Knockout as a permanent mode. Life on Brawl Stars was booming. Well, that's what we thought until one mechanic change made everyone struggle to get used to. And that's because they nerfed how the respawn ammo work, which I don't understand why, but I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I couldn't even think of nothing. Originally, when you would die, you would automatically spawn in with all of your ammo. Versus now, you spawn in with nothing.
Huh?
Now for brawlers with the fast reload, this change didn't really affect them. But other brawlers like Tara or Jean were definitely struggling with this new change. But this update wasn't as bad as the gear rework. Brawl Stars introduced gears as a new upgradable mechanic for brawlers in 2021. Now gears are honestly the most important thing in the game. It's what makes brawlers stronger. When gears were first introduced, it was completely different from how we utilize them today. The original gear system had its own currency. Yes, they had their own currency, which was scrap and gear tokens. It was quite unique because using this currency was the only way you were able to get gears for your brawlers. Scrap was used to upgrade your gears and gear tokens was used to craft them. But there was a catch. Each gear token was very specific. Like, for example, if you got a shield gear token but you wanted to craft a speed gear, well, you weren't able to get the gear you wanted until you were able to find it in a loot box. And not only that, any gear you buy is only available for the brawler you bought it for. I know some of y'all that's new to Brawl Stars are like, bro, what? That's so dumb. Me personally, I thought it was fire because it made every brawler feel more customized, and you were able to upgrade the gears from level 1 all the way to level 3. It kind of felt more rewarding when you maxed out everything. But hey, at least we got a rework because this next update permanently removed something that fans loved, and that was the removal of OG game modes. Now, Brawl Stars is known for coming out with some fire game modes and just completely forgetting about them, which kind of stresses me out because there were so so many good game modes. Like we had Takedown, Lone Star, Boss Fight, and Trophy Thieves. And my personal favorite, Bit Game. Look, let me explain what Bit Game is. It's a 5v1 game mode, one player is the boss, and the other 5 are hunters. The 5 players have to try to defeat the boss before the timer runs out, or vice versa, the boss have to survive until the timer runs out. Simple concept, but what made it fun was how broken brawlers were. Like Spike, for example, and I mean he was broken. His life plant gadget basically made him unkillable in that game mode. He was able to heal over 60,000 HP in an instant. How? But real talk, Spike low-key always got some type of bug. Like, who remember when Spike had the infinite HP glitch during the Demons vs Angels event? And if you was playing Brawl Stars during that season, you know it was terrible. He was literally unkillable. But at least that was fixed right away, because this next update made every brawler broken for a whole month. And that was because in season 26, we were introduced to mutations. And I think it's safe to say it was pretty unplayable. And my luck that entire season was terrible. I literally only got mutations for brawlers I don't even use. Like Supercell, what did I do? Now, most people had mixed opinions about this update. Some people loved it, and some people wanted to toss their phones out the window. And I was a part of that group. I don't even have a phone anymore. I'm using my grandma's right now.
Wait, hold on, wait. She's actually coming to my room right now. Hold on.
Where's my phone?
Grandma, chill, just one more game. Why you hit me?
Delete the game off my phone.
Okay. I guess I don't have a phone anymore. The main issue everyone had with this update was how broken certain brawlers were. Like, some brawlers literally broke the game. Like Hank, for example. His mutation triggers fish torpedoes every time he's hit. I'm not gonna lie, everyone was abusing this in Heist a little too much. Like, it was pretty bad. I've seen people literally win by being AFK. All they had to do was just sit next to the safe and they called it easy dub. So you telling me Hank mains were able to take a nap and still catch dubs? Yo, somebody sign me up. Now, and if I could think of one update that was pretty questionable to a lot of us, it will be the early stages of rank. The first rank that was ever introduced to Brawl Stars was called Power Play. And trust me, it was nothing like the rank we play today. Players were only limited to playing 3 matches of Power Play a day, and you can only play if you have a fully maxed out brawler, including having star powers and gadgets for that brawler. And also, instead of being ranked by being like silver or gold, you were ranked by a point system. So you were only able to see progression once you reached the top of the leaderboard, which was kinda weird, but luckily they eventually got rid of Power Play and introduced Power League. Now, this was a total upgrade from Power Play. We had unlimited matches we can play, and they finally added a better ranking system. In order to get placed in a rank similar to your skill level, you had to play 7 placement matches. And not only that, you had 2 separate ranks from solo queue to team queue. I'm not gonna lie, it kinda felt like a lot at times. Now, one thing I really disliked about Power League was the reward system. Every time you rank up, you get power points. Majority of the rewards cost power points, and they were expensive. Like Smuggler Penny was a Power League exclusive skin, and she was pricey. Like 25,000 power points type of pricey. Hey, who making these prices up though? But real talk, I feel like the downfall of Power League was the progression. Bro, it took so long to rank up. And as far as the rewards, it was terrible. You had to wait a whole 2 months just to receive some mid. I love you guys, Supercell, but it was true. But good thing we got rid of Power League, because the rank we have today is amazing. It's a 10 out of 10. I have no complaints. For the next update, we have the Pro Pass. It's basically a Brawl Pass, but for rank only. And this Pro Pass, Brawl Stars introduced our very first pro skin, Astro Cold. And this man is loaded with upgrades. He have sprays and icons, attack effects, skin upgrades. My man's put it on with these outfits. Look, this dude is fly. He also got takedown effects, a special portrait, spawn effects, and finally his hypercharge form. And can we just take a look at this dude's chest? Colt, how many push-ups have you been doing, bro?
A lot.
The Pro Pass come with 100 tiers to complete within a 4-month span. And once you complete the Pro Pass, for your bonus rewards, you get legendary drops. But here's the deal breaker for some people. It's $24.99.
What?
Now hear me out. I'm not gonna say it's cheap, and I'm not gonna say it's overpriced, because the value in rewards is definitely worth it. But here's the thing, not everyone have 25 bucks to spend. So most fans were kinda sad they couldn't get the chance to complete the Colt Pro skin. But luckily, you can still claim the free rewards, and at least you can get the free base form of Colt, which it doesn't look that bad in my opinion. He still look clean. But what's a new season without any new game modes? For this next update, we got Brawl Hockey. And this game mode kinda make me wanna uninstall the game sometimes. Brawl Hockey was introduced during the Toy Story event. It's basically Brawl Ball on ice, but way worse. it can be pretty annoying. And what I mean by annoying, it's a terrible game mode when you have bad randoms. Like, I've seen my teammates miss a shot at point blank range. Can you make that make sense? I feel like the only reason people have mixed opinions about Brawl Hockey is the fact that it's only available in rank. And let's be honest, majority of the community don't think Brawl Hockey's competitive enough to be in rank, considering how RNG it can be when shooting the puck. Now, for those who don't know what RNG mean, it stands for Random Number Generator. Basically, it's a fancy way of saying the game adds a bit of randomness or luck to what happens. And if you play Brawl Hockey enough, you should know how lucky people be getting when shooting the puck. And can we talk about how fast the puck be moving? That thing be moving fast like a bullet. Yo, can someone at Supercell nerf the puck speed? We can't keep up with it. But remember I said Brawl Hockey was released during the Toy Story event? Well, this wasn't the only bad thing in this update. And that's because Brawl Stars introduced Buzz Lightyear as a temporary playable brawler. I honestly think it was a really cool concept playing as a Disney character in Brawl Stars. I wouldn't be against doing something similar again. The problem with Buzz Lightyear was he was just so broken. He came in 3 different modes: laser mode, saber mode, and wing mode. But out of all 3, I would have to say his laser and saber mode was the most broken. His laser had a burn effect and it was just like Byron's or Crow's, but way worse. If you get hit once, that's half of your HP gone. I'm serious. For his saber mode, his main attack is just like BB's. And as far as his super, it's pretty similar to El Primo's. Instead of getting hit with a flying elbow, you're getting hit with a flying sword. Which one you think hurts more? I'ma say the sword. Since Buzz Lightyear was a free brawler, you already know what those lobbies were looking like. Yeah, we got an apocalypse, and it was terrible. Probably worse than Edgar's in my opinion. For this next update, the entire Reddit community was cooking the Brawl Star devs. It's because they did a rework on the gadgets, and a lot of people did not like it. To be honest, I don't know how I feel about it either. It's not a bad update, but it's not a good one at the same time. You get me? It's an in-between thing. Like, I really feel like the original gadget system was just fine. I mean, being able to use your gadget 3 or 4 times in a single match felt like the perfect amount. Now that you're able to use it unlimited times, but with the cooldown, it kind of felt like certain brawlers are either being rewarded or punished, depending on how broken their gadgets were. Obviously, a higher cooldown is completely necessary for certain brawlers, because there are a ton of brawlers with some broken gadgets, like Lily, Dynamite, and so many more. But the thing that confuses me is who asked for the gadget rework. Like, being limited to only using a certain amount of gadgets in a single game is what made gadgets feel so special, because we all know that feeling. When you use that gadget at the perfect time, it feels amazing. And on top of that, I feel like being limited on gadgets adds a skill component to the game. Basically what I mean is it creates some type of gadget discipline, because we all know using up your gadgets too soon can cost you the game. But I guess that don't matter anymore. For the final update on this list, and it's probably one of the most controversial things to happen in Brawl Stars history, is the removal of Brawl boxes. If you started playing Brawl Stars during the OG days, you should know how good it felt opening up Brawl boxes, especially if it was a mega box you got from the trophy road. Now, and I'm not gonna lie, the removal of boxes did kinda suck. I mean, Brawl boxes was the core identity of Brawl Stars, but the removal of boxes was justified pretty clear by the Supercell team, and it honestly made a lot of sense. Well, the first reason was to eliminate the feeling of not having a clear idea on what exact brawler you're going to get next. And that's why they introduced us to the Brawler Star Road. You are now able to see the exact brawler you're going to unlock next. And the second reason was to stop people from gambling, since you were able to buy boxes in the store. Now, they did bring back boxes like a couple of months ago, but that was temporary. Who knows? We might get back Brawl boxes for good. But to eliminate people from gambling, they should consider just adding boxes to the Brawl Pass. But before I end off this video, what update do you think ruined Brawl Stars? Let me know in the comment section. I'll catch you later.